looked at 769, 700, listen properly, 769,820 and 70.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Hey. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I'm a leader, and people tend to try to find something to talk about Zuma. My surname is very nice and simple. Zuma, very simple. So they like pronouncing it all the time. What's the problem? Zuma. What's your problem? Really? What is your problem?
Day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way.
Denis Ngweso, Republic of Congo, born in 1943. Length, 19 years, 22 days. He joined the army in 1960 and later received military training in Algeria and France. He was then president from 1979 to 1991, and during his 3 terms he was able to negotiate loans from the IMF and allowed the Americas and France to operate and invest in oil and mineral resources in the Republic of Congo. He then lost the 1992 elections, came back in 1997, he won the presidency, and then on, he allowed the constitution to extend terms of the president from 5 years to 7 years. I think he was just making sure that things were going to be the same for a long time. It gets a little bit dusty. In September 2006, David Ngweso, his entourage, and his family occupied 44 rooms in Britain. This was during the United Nations General Assembly. Now here's the thing, they spent 130,000 for the 5-night stay. 130,000 pounds.
Shut up and take my money.
For the 5-night stay. 14,000 pounds. This was for room service. And they also ordered bottles of Cristal, which cost 400 pounds. Now, how was this a thing? This is a thing because same year, 2006, the British government aided the Republic of Congo with 106,000 pounds in humanitarian aid, which happened to be less than what he spent in his hotel. Yahya Abdul Aziz Hunkung Jammeh. I really hope I'm getting it right with these names. I really hope I'm getting it right. He was born in May 1965. He joined the Gambian National Army in 1984. Now he is the guy who really went up the ladder real fast. Check this out. So he joined the Gambian National Army in 1984. He was commissioned as the 2nd lieutenant in 1989. This was 5 years later. In August 1992, 3 years later, he became commanding officer of the military police.
Damn!
He was really smart or really hardworking, I don't know, but he did something to get here real fast. On July 1994, Lieutenant Chaya with a group of young officers in the Gambian National Army seized power from President Sir Dawada Jawara without any bloodshed and with very little resistance. This led to him being president at 29 years old. Wow. Wow. Just like most of the African presidents, he is not a fan of homosexuality. Actually, he asked all homosexuals to leave the country, otherwise you will be cutting off heads of any homosexuals. Yes, he did say that. Actually, he went on to say, I quote, "We will fight these vermin called homosexuals or gays the same way we are fighting malaria-causing mosquitoes, if not more aggressively." End of quote. He went on to dispose LGBT, and as far as he was concerned, LGBT stood for leprosy, gonorrhea, bacteria, and tuberculosis. Otherwise, he did not want to know the other meaning. Well, he went on to say he had the cure of HIV, AIDS, and asthma, and he was so serious that he asked the country representative of the UNDP to leave the country as she expressed doubts that His Excellency the President did not have the cure of HIV, AIDS, and asthma, and blood pressure. He also had the cure of blood pressure.
All of Jammeh's patients are HIV positive. Some have been living with the virus for years. During their treatment, many patients gain weight and look physically better in the few weeks they've been under Jammeh's care. But AIDS experts will tell you that can be down to a variety of factors, not least the psychological effect on patients.
He went from being a military guy to the president to a doctor so fast. Actually, just like most of the men on this list, he has been linked to disappearance and deaths of journalists. This particular man was seen, grabbed, and witnessed by co-workers as he was taken away, but then again, the president denied any claims of arresting anyone, and the guy was never found. They never found him, and the president denied any accountability. This is free advice. If you come across him, he likes to be referred by this name. Nothing less. Nothing less.
What? Tryna put you in the worst mood. I P1 cleaner than your church shoes. I really point to just to hurt you.